Welcome back to my channel. My name is Asta and I'm a 20-year-old Dane. And today I'm making a Draw My Life video, so I hope that you enjoy. So, everything started in 1995 when my mother and my father met each other. This is my father. He doesn't have a lot of hair, so I painted him without hair. And this is my mother. Her hair is always short, so I painted her with short hair. They met at a music festival. At the time, my mother was 32 years old, and she has always been traveling a lot, and she's so independent and going everywhere in the world, and mostly in the US, and she has friends in Puerto Rico as well. Then my father, he has almost never gone a day in his entire life where he hasn't had a girlfriend or fiance or lived with someone. And that is still the case when he met my mom. They met at one of the biggest music festivals in Denmark. So it was August in 1995. 2 weeks later, my father moved in with my mother. And he actually had a girlfriend at the time, so he had to go home and tell her that he had found someone else and fallen in love with her. My mother, she lived in Copenhagen, and my father also lived on Sjælland, but then he moved in with her. 2 months after that, they did not have a baby, but my father did propose to my mother, and she said yes. So in April that next year, 1996, they were married. And my mom was actually 6 weeks pregnant with my sister. So in November of 1996, my sister was born. Her name is Cyril. They lived together in Copenhagen for a year or so, but then they decided to move back to Jylland, where both my mom and my father were from, and they moved to Silkeborg. And 2 years after that, I was born on January 30th, 2000. We were a happy family of 4. So we lived on a farm with a lot of cows and horses and dogs, and I went to a school with approximately 100 students. Cyril, she went to church choir and I went with her, and then I started singing. When I was 11, I moved to a bigger school which had approximately 600 students, so it was so much bigger. At my new school, I had some of my best friends, and we became this friend group of 5 girls. After a little while, one of the girls stopped hanging out with us, and I became best friends with this girl who I will call A. And we both had an obsession with One Direction, so we actually made a music video, and it was amazing. Once we went to 8th grade, my friend, she went to Sweden to live with her father for half a year, and I was devastated. Also, in 2014, I had my first boyfriend. His name was Oscar, and I was so head over heels for him. We were together for 6 months, and then he said that I was too ambitious with our relationship, and he broke up with me. And I was so sad. I cried all the time. I had lost my best friend and my boyfriend in a matter of a few months. And I didn't feel like my friends who I had left, they really wanted me. It's not like I was bullied, but I was just kind of excluded. So I kind of started seeing this other girl a bit. Then after 6 months, my best friend A came back from Sweden, and I thought that it would be so much better, but it wasn't. And I started going with my best friend R. Then in 9th grade, I went to boarding school, and this was some of the best times of my life. I met Anne, she was so great, and I fell in love with Esben. He was only 14 years old at the time, but I didn't care. He felt so mature, and we really liked each other, and it was just a great time. After boarding school, Esben and I had to do long distance because we were both going to high school. And we lived approximately an hour in a car away from each other, and we would see each other every 2 weeks. But it was so hard. but I stayed very good friends with who is also now my best friend, R. Then in my new school, in high school, I became best friends with these 4 other girls. One of them being Cecilia, and she had crazy purple hair, and I'd never been friends with someone who had a crazy hair color, and I thought it was awesome to be friends with her, and she seemed so confident with her hair, even though she seemed so insecure about a lot of other stuff. We actually, the 4 of us, we went to Malaga for a week. In December 2018, my father decided that he didn't want to be married to my mother anymore. So they have been married for approximately 23 years, but he had fallen in love with another girl and they got together instead. I had my last year of school, and in 2019 was a year that I looked forward to for so many years because Esben and I finally moved in together. I spent 2020 so far just studying and doing extra classes in order to go to med school in a year, hopefully. Now I'm so excited to see what the future holds, and especially the year of 2021. Hopefully I will be going away with Cecilia and we will be traveling the world. And also maybe Esben and we will move somewhere, and I don't know what will happen. But if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I post new content every other night at 8 p.m. And YouTube so far has been such a journey. I've been going at it for approximately 2 months and I'm really loving it. So please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment down below. Bye guys.